Okay, so I am headed down to MacDill Air Force Base for the week for a class. And it's Sunday, and I'm having to travel on the weekend because class starts Monday morning and doesn't end till Friday afternoon. So I'm headed down south on 75, and about almost halfway to my trip, I'm going to meet up with a friend of mine from junior high and high school that I lost touch with for about 20 years, and we got back in contact, and I met up with her a couple years ago, but I'm driving right past her town where she lives, so I'm going to meet her for lunch. I'm really excited about it. It's like one of the big highlights of this trip and having to sit in class for a week, is I get to see my gal pal. Check in with you later. Okay, so I'm in Florida now. Just called my girlfriend, and I'm going to meet her in about 40 minutes in Lake City for lunch. And it's really gotten cloudy out. It's raining a little bit, just drizzling. And it's actually only 79 degrees outside, which is very unusual for the end of July. But it was nice at home too. When I left this morning, it's actually breezing. It's not humid out. So I'm just driving and listening to some of my favorite podcasts to pass the time. See you in a bit. Okay, so I had lunch with my girlfriend, and it was the best time. It was like we see each other every day. I hope everybody has a friend like that you can just go for long periods of time without seeing them, and then when you do talk again, it's just like you've never been apart. But I'm back on the road, and I'm in Gainesville, and this is what I'm dealing with. I don't know if it's an accident or maybe some road work or just normal traffic, but I am poking along, and I can see way up there, and I don't see any end in sight. The other side is moving just fine. There's hardly any cars over there, so I'm guessing it's road work. I see some orange signs up there. It's rainy, it's cloudy. So I guess I better pay attention to these cars that like to jump lanes like they're going to get there any quicker than anybody else. I don't understand that. To me, that causes a big major problem in itself with backing traffic up, is these people who just constantly go from one lane to another. It's like you're not going to get there any quicker than anybody else, so just stay where you're at. Later. Okay, I pulled up Google Maps, and it was an accident that's caused this traffic delay, and there's one of them. I seen that tow truck going up the emergency lane. Hope nobody got injured. It didn't look too bad. Ooh, looks like we might be back in business for a few minutes. Was showing me some more red up ahead, so we will see. Well, that little burst of freedom was very short-lived, because we're stop and go again, and it looks like another accident, but it's actually on the northbound side, but for some reason that likes to clog up traffic on the southbound side, I guess, from people rubbernecking. Let's see what's going on. So I'm guessing we will clear back up, and now the other side of the highway is going to be backed up because it looked like they had one lane blocked. I don't know what's going on. Just a bad section, I guess. The roads were wet. It had been raining. But when I stopped and had lunch, it looks like I missed a lot of the rain. So we're clearing up, but they're backing up on the other side. So now I'm scheduled to get to Tampa at about 5 o'clock, which I got about 2 more hours of driving. Oh, here we are braking again. Well, maybe I'll get there at 5. We'll see. Okay, that was a third accident I just passed. A single car looks like went off the road. So that was like 3 accidents within a 5-mile span of each other. So I don't know if there was just a really heavy downpour in this area, because the roads are wet, but I mean, just normal rain wet. But the roads are uneven because they're doing some road work, so maybe that's part of the problem. But chugging along now. Sign right there says I got 115 miles to Tampa. Okay, so I woke up this morning and put it on the local news, and overnight a tropical storm had formed, Tropical Storm Emily. So it came through during the day today with a lot of wind and a lot of rain. And it's still very windy, but it feels so good out here. Have a nice little walking trail alongside the water, and right there in that building is where I'm staying for the week for my class. The water's pretty rough, and over here is Tampa. Stopped out here, here. But it feels really, really good. I'm sure you can hear the wind through my phone. So I'm going to enjoy a walk. Just a few scenery shots. Ship, some birds. I'm standing here at some steps that take you right down into the muck. If you're interested in going into the muck, I guess you can. I thought I'd show you the trail I'm walking on. I have no idea how far this goes, but over here is the water. I'm watching a lot of fish jump, and then this road and some very nice housing. I'm assuming high-ranking officers live over there. But I want to tell you a story I forgot. When guy came back from lunch, in the parking lot, next to the parking lot was just like a little retaining area for water, and he seen a couple of women trying to fish some little catfish out of the water to throw back into the big water. So I don't know how they got in there. I guess the rain and the flooding, because they weren't in any type of pond or anything. It was just like a retaining thing that when it rains, it's a place for water to collect, and when it's not raining, it's dry. So I thought that was pretty strange. So I think let's see what's up around this corner up here, and then turn around and head back. I have some dinner in my room. Okay, so I got out of class early today, our last day, and I drove over here to St. Petersburg to Winsadoodle, the scrapbook store. And I had an extra little surprise because when I walked into the back room where the clearance was, Julie Faye Van Balzer is here teaching a class. I did not take a picture of her because I didn't want to seem creepy, but that was pretty cool.